Do you get anxious in an airport? Well, come and let me show you around Hoi An and Siem Reap international airports. Hi, Michelle here from Travelling Over 60. Come join me on this adventure. Hopefully you're following along and you know we've been through a devastating super typhoon. We've travelled up to Halong Bay and it's been cancelled. Well, now we're heading back to Hanoi to catch a plane and fly down to Siem Reap. Now, once we get to Siem Reap, we're going to be spending 3 days exploring around there before getting on our cruise. So keep your fingers crossed that nothing else happens. Now, even though we're not leaving from Halong Bay, our itinerary is going to stay the same. Our bags still need to go out and we're still going to head over to the airport to catch that same flight. We start the day up early and you can see the mist coming up out of the valley. We head down for an early breakfast and as usual, it was delicious. After breakfast, we head back to our room and we have time for a selfie, but then we have to get our bags out and we make our way over to where the coach is leaving. Then it's time to hop on that coach and say goodbye to the Legacy. Now, the trip to the airport took just over 2 hours and we saw more devastation along the way. There's still trees down on the ground, and of course the signs that have been ripped apart will have to be replaced. The roads are still flooded, which means it's going to take a long time getting to and from places. I think it's going to take a long time to clean up after this devastation. And I can't imagine the cost of replacing everything. But finally, we arrive at departures at Hanoi Airport. And I love that our tour guide had us dropped right at the doorway where we make our way in to check in our bags. Looking at the ground, it's all flat and no stairs. Well, not yet anyway. Now we have to get our bags from the coach into check-in. So this is a great time to talk about our luggage. Thank goodness they have wheels, but make sure you choose a piece of luggage that's appropriate for what you can handle through busy airports. Now, some of our fellow travellers did bring some smaller luggage. I don't know how they packed in that. Most of us have like a medium-sized piece of luggage. Now, we're just following our tour guide and we're taking our bags down. We'll get them checked in and then we're going around to the other part of the airport. Okay, so here we are at Hoi An Airport. This is where we came in and we walked through and checked in our bags. Came up the escalators. There is a lift just over to the right at the bottom and then came up here. As we came up here, we have bus rooms and we're going to eat in this restaurant called Lucky Restaurant. And it's such a rush when you have a tour guide. They just rush you through. So that's why I've quickly run back to do a quick video and I can see him waving at me now. I need to go. I'm so glad I went across to the table because lunch is on APT today and they've bought us all a banh mi. I've been looking forward to this. They are delicious. Okay, so we've just come through security and we're walking out to find our gate. There's bathrooms along the way, shops, and we're just making our way up to what gate? 23, so there it is up there. Signs everywhere, English as well. They have moving walkways, but nobody's on them. I think it's probably ones when you step on, they move. So we've nearly made it there. And just showing you plenty of seating all the way along to here. Moving walkway is working. You just needed someone to step on it. Okay, we've boarded our flight, and these are the joys of economy seats. Before we know it, 2 hours has passed, and we have arrived in Cambodia. As I mentioned before, we were scattered through the plane, so we weren't all sitting together. So we just make our way off the plane and we're heading towards baggage claim. There it is on the sign. And this was a little bit different. It was all open air here. So on the left-hand side here, it's just a glass panel halfway. Now that's our tour guide in front, so we know we're going the right way. Now I'm going to speed the video up just to save some time, but it did only take us approximately 5 minutes to get from the plane down into where the baggage area is. As you can see, the ground's all flat as we walk along, and there's plenty of signs to follow. We come up here and there's an escalator that's going to take us downstairs, and that's where we're going to claim our bags. Once we get to the bottom, we pick up our bags and we make our way outside. Now we need to cross the road to get to where our coach is. It's hot, 33 degrees. As you can see here, it's about 5:30 in the afternoon, but it's not very crowded. Looking at the ground, it's all flat, easy walking, and we're just making our way across to where this crossing is. I'm not sure what the traffic's like here. Okay, from what I can see, the traffic's fine. There's a dip there in the gutter and a dip on the other side to make it easy for you pulling your luggage along. Once we get up on the other side here, you can see there's what we would call in Australia pavers, and they're just like bricks all put together. But they seemed fine. There didn't seem to be too many cracks or anything like that to make it dangerous. Here we are, the fellow travellers, waiting to get on a bus that's going to come and pick us up. Looking back at the airport. There it is, we crossed over that crossing there. But the traffic. We load our suitcases onto the coach and we're making our way across to the hotel. As you can see, it's a beautiful sunset. It's approximately 6 o'clock now. Here's our first weather check-in. It's down to 28 degrees now. So we've arrived at our hotel and it's 6:30, but our dinner reservations are for 7, so no time to check in yet. That'll be in another video. We head over to the restaurant in the hotel, and this is what our menu is for tonight. I hope it's better than the last place. We order a well-earned drink, and so far the salad looks amazing. Some vegetable soup. And I know that this looks like steak, but that's the crispy skin on the fish. And finally, look at this dessert. So I can be confident in saying this was more to my liking. Here's a quick WASP check-in. It's not looking very good, but we'll check it again tomorrow. Okay, it's that time again. Have you liked that video? I hope you're liking my videos. And the only way that I can tell if you are is if you give me a thumbs up. It's the only way YouTube knows if you're liking my videos as well. So then the algorithm picks up on it and sends it out to more people. And I hope that I'm helping lots of people with this information. And I hope you've subscribed to my channel. If not, please subscribe to my channel, and that helps me out as well. If you've subscribed, I hope you hit the notification bell. That will let you know each time I put a video out. You can also share my videos with your friends. If you're about to travel with somebody and you want to show them what I've got in my videos, all you have to do is down below there's a share button. If you click on that, and then you can share it with your friends. And lastly, please leave me a comment. I'm loving reading your comments, answering your questions. And so you can do that by leaving the comment down below or a question. Thanks for your support. Coming up next is going to be my halfway check-in that gives you a bit of a rundown on everything that we came across while we traveled in Vietnam.